What are the Wilson Davis notes? The documents recap a meeting between Dr. Eric W. Davis, research physicist, and Admiral Tom Wilson, former director of the Defense Intelligence Agency. They detail Wilson's attempt to gain access to a covert UFO reverse engineering program.
Admiral Late arrives with 2 Navy officers in uniform. He's in a suit, now a civilian. We sit in his car in the back of the EG&G building.
Hello. The minute I saw your resume, U.S. Uniformed Services ID copy, Air Force orders and physics papers Rich gave, I knew who you were. Put 2 and 2 together, figured you out. You don't want to talk about my career or DIA history.
No, actually not.
If you blow my trust, I'll deny meeting you, deny everything said.
Okay then, what happened in April, June 97?
I made calls, knocked on a few doors, talked to people, went on for 45 days thereabouts, on and off. A suggestion came from General Ward to go through the records group's files, like an index system, in OUSDAT. Ran into Bill Perry in May 97, talked about this quietly. He suggested the same thing. They told me of a special project record group not belonging to usual SAP, a special subset of the unacknowledged carve-outs, waived programs, set apart from the rest but buried, covered by conventional SAPs. So I found the unusual record group, read the index abstracts.
Budget info?
No budget info that is kept in separate records for audit purposes.
So, what SAP compartment did you find it in?
Core secret, won't say.
Code name?
Again, won't say core secret.
Who was the project contractor or USG agency that runs the program?
An aerospace technology contractor, one of the top ones in the U.S.
What happened when you found the contractor?
I made 3 calls to the program manager. One of them a conference call with the security director and corporate attorney. Confusion on their part as to why I was looking for them and what I wanted from them or wanted to know about. Very testy tone from all of them.
What do you mean?
They were agitated by my calling. Surprised by the call.
What you asked them?
Yes.
What was that? What word?
I read their program record in the OUSDAT Special Program Record Group and wanted to know about their crashed UFO program, what their role in that was, what they had, etc. I told the threesome I wanted a formal briefing, tour, etc., was exploiting my regulatory authority as Deputy Director DIA, Assistant Joint Chief of Staff J2. Told them my not being briefed was oversight they needed to correct. I demanded. They needed to discuss this, so hung up. Got called 2 days later, and they said they don't want to talk on the phone and arranged for a face-to-face meeting at their facility.
Did you go?
Yes, 10 days later, mid-June or so, flew out there, met in their conference room in their secure vault. 3 of them show up.
The 3 guys with whom you had telecon?
Yes, same 3. Security Director, NSA retired, Program Director, Corporate Attorney, called themselves the Watch Committee or Gatekeepers.
Why that phrase or name?
I asked. They said they were formed out of necessity to protect themselves after a near disaster in the past almost blew their cover.
What was this?
Let me finish. They said years ago in the past an audit investigation led to them, and it wasn't supposed to, nearly outed. A battle, a nasty back and forth between them and the investigator and his Pentagon chief ensued. Like a tug of war for program transparency, they told me. Some kind of threat was leveled to blow the lid off them, so they backed down and let the investigator in to complete his job.
Did they show him a craft or hardware they said was alien or from a UFO?
Didn't say more about that. Said after that episode, a formal agreement was struck with Pentagon people to prevent this in the future. Didn't want to repeat. Special criteria were established in the agreement. A special circumstance that must meet rigorous access criteria set by the contractor committee. No USG personnel are to gain access unless they met the criteria.
What are the criteria?
I asked for that and they refused to give an answer. I was mad. Implication is now to me. They operate without official oversight or any justification. A politically dangerous place to be. Threesome was concerned with who I had talked at the Pentagon or elsewhere, by phone, fax, email, wanted an accounting of my conversations. They were concerned about new exposure. Purpose of the meeting was to tell me this.
What?
That they weren't going to let me in the door.
Why?
They said my tickets were all confirmed and valid, but I was not on the bigot list. My tickets alone weren't enough. I didn't meet the special criteria, so need-to-know authorization was not being granted. Went back and forth with them over these points, primarily with the security director and attorney. Argued more. They wouldn't accept my arguments that they fell under my statutory oversight and regulatory authority as Deputy Director DIA. Program manager said they were not any weapons program, not any intelligence program, not any special ops or logistics program. I asked what they were then. Loud groan from the program manager. Security director and attorney say it's okay to say.
Say what?
They were a reverse engineering program, something recovered years ago in the past. Technological hardware was recovered. They had, program manager talking, a craft. An intact craft they believed could fly in space, air, water, dimensions. Was it from overseas or not? Said no. Could not be. Not possible. Why, I asked. Where did it come from? Program manager said they didn't know where it was from. They had some ideas on this. It was technology that was not of this earth. Not made by man. Not by human hands. Said we're trying to understand and exploit the technology. Their program was going on for years and years with very slow progress. Agonizingly slow, with little or no success. I threatened to go to SAPOC to complain and get access to their program. They said, go ahead and do what you must.
What was the outcome?
Meeting broke up and I flew to Washington.
Did you complain to SAPOC?
Yes. Called the subgroup members to a meeting at the Pentagon. Told them what happened at the meeting. They told me that they were sustaining the contractor. That I was immediately to drop the matter and let it go. Forget about it, as I did not have purview over the project. I became very angry. Started yelling when I should have kept my mouth shut.
Miller and Greer said you almost got busted.
Close to that. Senior review group chairman said if I didn't follow their suggestion, that I would not see a director DIA promotion, get early retirement, and lose 1 or 2 stars along the way.
Admiral Tom Wilson rejects this conversation took place. Eric W. Davis will neither confirm nor deny the note's authenticity. What do you believe?